Oshio, how are you doing? I like the video. That message everyone needs to take heed to. You know, it's so easy for a Christian to make all kinds of excuses. Some, which is rare, but there are a few that might have a legitimate excuse. But then what's a legitimate excuse, eh? Okay, now let's just say, for instance, the one legitimate excuse would be maybe you're handicapped and you can't get out. But, but you're not done yet. Let's hold on, let's see. Now that may be in part a legitimate excuse. But, what can you do? You got a phone. You can still mail things. See? Yeah. And if you have internet access, you can also try to reach some through the internet. Emails, YouTube, Skype. There's just different ways to make that contact. So these are different things to think about. So, a person can make excuses, yeah, and they do, and the consequences for making excuses, we end up with blood on our hands. And I know that there are people out there who are, you see, that can be stubborn and resistant, but do you give up on them? No. I mean, you don't go making a pest out of yourself to them, because then you drive them further away. But what you do is you use wisdom and ask the Lord to give you that wisdom to know how to deal with the situation and with that person, okay? So that's what you do, is use that wisdom and pray, okay? And the Lord will help. Because sometimes people can be stubborn and you can't push them too much, or you can drive them a wedge in. Okay, then you have the ones who, unknown to you, of course, that God has probably give up on. But you don't know that. But your part is still to pray for them. As if you tried your best and couldn't get nowhere, well, you've done your best and that's it. So you pray for them. God, because God sees the heart. He knows whether one can be used and who can't. I mean, God just knows which one is and which one ain't. He knows a bad seed and a good seed, so to speak. But the thing is, that's not our department to make, for us to decide, saying, well, that's the good egg and that's a bad one, there's no hope for that one. Because the one that you say that there's no hope for, more than likely that's the one that there will be hope for. So you got to watch that. Never get in that type of frame of thinking. That's not for us to decide. That's God's department. You just got to do your best and do what you can do for the Lord. But you just don't stop at just one. You just keep going on and work. It's kind of like when you're picking fruit, on a fruit tree. If you're working for some company or something and you're picking fruit, well, you don't just stop at the one tree, right? Just keep going. You gotta keep working, you keep going down on the orchard, just going down on the trees, So you can't just stop at the one tree, right? So keep on. That's all you can do. And okay, and let's just say, for instance, maybe somebody who is a Christian and they do not have access to the internet. Maybe they are poor and they don't have a telephone, but they do have access to mail. Well, they can reach out that way. And there's also the prayer department. They have access to the Lord and they can pray. Maybe they live way out in the boonies, but still prayer can move mountains. And sometimes those impossible mountains that just seem so impossible, God can move them, whatever that mountain is in your life. So let's pray for others, and let's get busy and be concerned for them, and try to reach out the best way you can for the Lord, and ask the Lord to open doors for you, to make a way, and He can do it. Okay, good one, Sister Kikog. I enjoyed that. It's very good. God bless you. Shalom. Aho.